Wait. Oh, we're doing both of them. Okay.
Yes. Mhm. Same applicant.
Mhm. Can you hear me, Mr. Dumas, now?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you'll raise your right hand, please. Dumas, now I'm going to swear you in and cause number 128590, the estate of Theodore Charles Dumas Snell Jr., and cause number 128588, the estate of Margie Ann Williamson Dumas Snell. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in these two causes that are here under consideration shall be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, where is Flint, Texas?
Flint, Texas is just a little bit south of Tyler.
A little bit south of Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was your dad doing in San Antonio when he passed away?
He was under the care of my sister who lives there.
So you also got a sister that lives in Juneau, Alaska.
Yes, sir.
What's she doing up there?
She teaches at the University of Alaska Southeast.
Had nothing to do with the case. I'm just being nosy.
She taught for a while at SFA and then decided she wanted to change, and she moved up to Alaska and loves it up there.
What'd she teach?
Mathematics.
Yeah, it's up there. I've gone out of Juneau a few times over there by Baranoff and Admiralty Islands, and it's gorgeous.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Margie Ann Williamson Dumas Snell. Do you recognize this as being her will?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
It is.
And after the date she made this will on January 20th of 2012, to your knowledge, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Next, I'm going to show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Theodore Dumas Snell. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, that his signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
And it appears he also made this will on January 20th of 2012. And to your knowledge, did he ever revoke it after that date?
No, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Miss Gregory.
Okay. Mr. Dumas Snell, you have filed this will for your mother as a muniment of title. And today you're asking the court to admit this will as a muniment of title. And can you sign under oath that your mother had no debts?
Correct. Yes.
And there's no need for an administration of that estate. We just need to pass title. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then the judge showed you the will of your father. And prior to coming to court today, you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts. And were all of those statements true and correct?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to admit that will to probate and to grant you letters testamentary. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And to name you as the independent executor.
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Dumas, now what you're going to do is you're going to sign the proof of death and other facts in your mother's probate before a notary public, the
Mhm.
proof of death in your father's probate, and the oath that Ms. Gregory has provided to you.
Yes.
Return those to her. She will e-file those with the county clerk. When she does, I'll sign the order admitting your mother's will to probate as a minimum of title, and admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the issuance of letters testamentary to you so that you can marshal the assets of the estate, make an inventory to the court that the estate's code requires within 90 days of the date of your qualification, and then distribute the assets in accordance with the terms of the will. And he will, Ms. Gregory will guide you through that process. So I hope everything goes well. If you have any questions, call Miss Gregory. If it's 2 a.m, that'll be fine.
He knows Teresa.
But otherwise, I ran into Teresa at HEB last night. All right, you have a great week, Mr. Dumas now.
All right, you too, sir. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, John.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Any more?
Add a lot on that one.
Which one?
This guardianship with Mr. Boudreaux.
Okay, Mr. Boudreaux.
If I left those papers back.
Okay, is this a dependent or?
A Sharon or a Sherry?
This is just an administration.
Sharon Duncan.
Teresa's daughter has medullary, what you call it, thyroid cancer. She's had it for several, she's had it for several years, but it didn't really flare up again. She has a spot on her lung and her back. She's had, but the one on her liver has grown, and now they have to do something with it. And Teresa's mama died 2 weeks ago, so her plate's a little heavy right now.
Oh, my goodness.
You can come on down, Don. You can come on down. I will stand down here.
And I'll be out of your way in just a second, so we find out who this person is. Sherry, Emily, and Donna, and
Do you know what device your witness is on?
a phone.
Yeah, which one is? Okay, that's the one we're bringing up. Lisa?
You're Nathan Miller? You're Nathan Miller? Okay, you're Sharon Duncan?
No, sorry.
Yes,
She's on the Zoom.
Oh, okay. Don't sneak up on me like that.
sorry.
That's what everybody tries to do, Judge.
Yeah. All right. Ms. Franklin, Mr. Miller, and Ms. Duncan, if you will raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Go right ahead, Mr. Boudreaux.
Your Honor, this is a simple thing in a way. Mrs. Mrs. Franklin, father died, and it has not been 4 years since his death. He had never got around to doing a will, and so there's some property located around in Nederland, Texas, in Beaumont, and it's going to be divided up between Mrs.
Her and a
Franklin.
sibling and 2 grandchildren. I got it.
Yes,
All right, if you'll go ahead and question her.
okay. State your name and address for the court, please.
Lisa Franklin, 212 South Fourth Street, Nederland, Texas, 77627.
All right. And the gentleman that died that we're talking about here today, who was that?
Joseph Anthony Piazza.
And was he your father?
Yes,
And how many children did he have?
3.
And one of them is with you here, one of them died,
Yes,
and there's some grandchildren also.
yes.
All right. Now, we have found, he did not have a will, did he? Okay, he probably meant to, but he never got around to doing it. Who are the children?
Me and Debbie and Sandy, but Sandy's deceased.
Okay. And Debbie, that's the lady that's sitting there.
Yes, sir.
She's she's older than you are.
Yes.
All right, and the other person, you have one other person. She's going to be a witness to verify that the children, who the children are and what there is to be divided up. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Who is Mr. Miller?
Longtime friend of my dad's.
Okay, and then there's another lady that will be giving testimony by Zoom. And that the judge will question later. Is that correct?
On Zoom? Yes.
Okay. Now, what all did your father have?
Yeah. I had
That's
three.
okay. She's got, is there an affidavit of assets?
Yes.
Okay. Have you read that proof of death and other facts?
Somewhat. That's true.
Okay. Is everything contained there true and correct within your personal knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, you can go ahead and sign that.
Affidavit of assets.
Do you have an affidavit of assets?
Um,
You can file it later because we're going to be waiting on Miss Duncan's
see,
affidavit, affidavit of facts concerning the identity of heirs.
yes, sir.
So,
And there's one other thing we have to correct on the
application,
application.
we already scratched it out and corrected it.
Oh,
No. Okay. Okay, you're Mr. Nathan Miller,
yes,
and it's my understanding that you knew Mr. Joseph Piazza since either 1957 or 1958,
Yes, sir.
and y'all lived next to each other for a long period of time.
Furthest apartment was about 6 miles.
Okay, and so you're well acquainted with his marital and family history?
Yes,
And you've been provided with an affidavit of fact concerning the identity of heirs that's in front of you. Have you read that?
I scanned it.
Yeah. Is everything in there true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can go ahead and sign that just as your name is typed on there, sir.
Yes. Anyway,
And Ms. Duncan, have you been provided with an affidavit of facts concerning the identity of heirs?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't have any kind of document before you?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, let me see. Once he signs his. Okay, you live in Fort Worth, Miss Duncan?
I do.
And how are you personally familiar with the family and marital history of Mr. Piazza?
Well, I've known Joe Piazza since 1970, 71, somewhere in there. And we've been good friends over all those years. So I've known the family that long.
Okay, are you aware that at one time he was married to William Jean Gunn Piazza in 1965 and that they were divorced in approximately 1982?
That's correct.
And are you familiar with the fact that he has two living daughters, Deborah Piazza Lloyd, who lives in Nederland, and Lisa Piazza Franklin, who also lives in Nederland? Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And then he has one daughter, Sandra Renee Piazza, who died in 2012, leaving two children. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, are you aware of any other children having been born or adopted to him?
None.
And to your knowledge, did he leave a will?
I don't think he did.
Okay. All right, so what's going to happen is Mr. Boudreaux is going to forward to you this affidavit so that you can sign it before a notary public.
Okay.
once we get that back in, along with the affidavit of asset, then I'll sign the order, the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing administration of the estate, okay? All right, y'all have a great one. Thank you.
Your Honor, I filed an
I read
errata
your report.
and ask that you
I don't
accept
know
that
if I
report.
signed the order on that one. Let me see. Okay, did sign the order. Did I cut you off? Did you have any questions?
I do not, Your Honor. I think the report covered. I did speak with all of these individuals. I have a question.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you, Ms. Duncan. You may be excused.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Okay.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Boudreaux.
You know, Mr. Miller and I were in high school together.
I'll be darned.
Isn't that right, Nathan?
Y'all were in high school together? Oh, yeah. It was.
I'm sorry, Judge, I'll do better on my questions and all now.
Thank you. Oh, it's fine. No problem. Ginger, which one are you here on?
Emily,
Hmm?
she's Lawrence, Emily Lawrence. But Dean's here, he has a Zoom too.
Let's do,
Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome, sir. Emily Lawrence is her daughter that lives on level
okay, who's, this was self-approved, so is somebody else the applicant that's appearing by Zoom?
Yes.
Ms. Lawrence?
Done with the long one. Lawrence is the attorney.
Can you hear me, Judge?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, who's Gerald? That's you.
Gerald.
And okay, you are Emily Lawrence and you're in Austin. No, you're in Levelland.
Yes, Judge.
I'm trying to remember where that
There's
is.
a red radar up there.
It's close to Lubbock.
Yeah. Near Snyder?
I think so. I'm not sure all the towns around here, but that town sounds familiar.
All right. She can't see
We're gonna hang on
Mr.
a
Lawrence.
second. That's the
You raise your right hand, please.
daughter.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the will since you're remote and I have the original. Yes, it is original. All right, I'm gonna show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Judy Eccles. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes,
I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Do you recognize that as being her signature on that document?
yes,
And after the date she made this will, which appears to have been October 16th of 2022, did she ever change it or revoke it?
not to my knowledge.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Lawrence.
Okay, and can you state your name for the record?
Gerald Glenn Lawrence,
And where do you live?
8900 Taylor Circle, Orange, Texas.
And can you state the name of the decedent?
Judy Lynn Eccles,
And do you know how old she was at the time of her death?
55.
Okay. And do you know where she lived when she died?
If it's 12480 Tan Oak Drive in Beaumont.
And that's in Jefferson County?
Yes.
And do you remember the date of her death?
October 26th of 22.
Okay. And do you remember where she died?
St. Elizabeth's Hospital.
And that was in Jefferson County.
Yes,
Okay. And let's see. Okay, so you're listed as the executor on the will. Is that correct?
yes,
And that same address that you said earlier is where you reside at and could be found?
yes.
Okay. And we already talked about the witnesses. Has she, let's go ahead and skip to, I know you're going to have to sign this later, but I just want to go ahead and go over this. Do you agree that you're going to perform all the duties that would be assigned to you as an executor,
Yes,
and you'll perform those duties faithfully?
yes,
Okay. And you have mental capacity to act as an executor?
yes,
Okay. And you're not a felon?
No.
And you're a resident in the United States?
yes.
Okay. And
Have you read that proof of death and other facts just before you?
Not completely.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Take your time.
Okay.
Everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll sign that on the second page, just as your name is typed on there. And then behind that is your oath. It says you'll well and truly perform your duties as representative of the estate. What happened?
We'll notarize it. Rebecca left. We didn't know we had them.
Okay.
She's gonna give her stamp.
We're gonna have to wait for the notary still. All right, Mr. Lawrence, I'm going to, he signed his proof of death and other facts as well as his oath. We're gonna have to wait for the notary to come back in because for some reason our clerk left. And we will, as soon as we've gotten those notarized, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate, authorizing the clerk to issue Mr. Lawrence letters testamentary. Sure that Ginger can help you with this. There's a guide, explains the probate process. You can read that whenever you have time.
Okay.
thank you, Judge.
I hope everything goes well. If you have any questions, just let us know. Hmm?
She's a little biased.
Proud. Rightfully so, I'm certain.
Yeah, it's a little different, and kind of like it how he's answering my questions and he has to listen to me this time.
I remember now, after you said it, I remembered Levelland because I was going out to teach a class at Texas Tech Law School.
Mhm.
And I actually drove from Mason, Texas and got to Snyder right outside there.
Okay.
There was a big hailstorm, and although I tried to get underneath the cover of this hotel driveway real quickly, it's still, I was in a loaner truck from the dealership, the Ford dealership, and the hailstorm beat it to heck. And so I ended up having to pay $2,300 for the damage to it.
Well, my boss told me earlier today that it's actually going to be snowing tonight, so that'll be fun to see how what happens tonight. And
Yeah, I
if
saw
it
that there's
snows.
supposed to be thunderstorms out there tomorrow. I didn't see snow, but
Yes.
well, stay warm.
I'll try. Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
you don't
May I
have
be
to.
excused?
We got them notarized.
Okay, so if you want to, you can get him letters downstairs at the county clerk's office. And one of the things that's on your list is that you have 90 days under the estates code to file an inventory So make sure that you cooperate with Emily in getting that done, okay?
Okay.
All right, y'all have a great one. Let us know if you need anything.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Brinkley on Palumbo. Self-approval. And a lot of people from Tampa lately. Okay, I don't, Mr. Brinkley, this is, she was a resident of Coryell County at the time of her death. I guess she was living there.
Yeah, she had a fixed place of residence here in Jefferson County.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it here.
Yeah, it has her address on the Coryell County death certificate as being in Nederland.
Yes.
All right. Do you go by Valenti or Palumbo?
Valenti.
Okay, Ms. Valenti, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please.
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you any kin to Kay Palumbo?
No, not that I know of.
It's a shame. She makes the best wedding cakes and.
Oh, really?
She lives in Groves.
I think I have heard. I think I have heard of her because my mother used to get a lot of phone calls, thinking with the wrong number, thinking that she was the one that was making cakes. So I do recall that.
You don't know what you've been missing. All right, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Judith M. Palumbo. You
Yes.
recognize that as being her will?
I do.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you if you recognize that as being her signature.
Yes, I do.
And it appears that she made this will on November 1st of 2007. To your knowledge, after the date she made this will, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, she did not.
Okay, go right ahead,
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Brinkley.
All right, Mr. Valenti, I'm going to ask you some questions. You're the daughter of the decedent, is that correct?
Correct.
Have you had a chance to look at the proof of death and other facts?
Yes, I have.
Is all the information on there true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
And do you know of any reason why you couldn't serve as the executor of your mom's estate?
No, I don't.
No other questions.
All right, so Ms. Valenti, what you're gonna do is you're going to sign your proof of death and other facts, just as your name is typed on there.
Okay.
So is there an AKA?
Yes,
think
there is.
So you're gonna need, so that we won't have to redo it, you're gonna sign it as Donna Palumbo, AKA Donna Valenti, or however it's in the application.
Okay.
And you'll sign your oath the same way before a notary. Return
Okay.
those to Mr. Brinkley. He'll e-file those with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll allow you to begin your work as representative of the estate, okay?
Okay. Okay, perfect. All right.
Everything goes well. Y'all have a great week.
And I'll give you a
Thank you,
call.
Judge. And thank you, Dean. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Very good. That's it.
Court reporter here for that
Thanks,
minor.
See you guys
wanna do
later.
it
Thanks, have a good one.
Yeah, we'll do it up here.
That would have been just the rest of the rest.